Hi everyone, I'm so excited to have a chance for you to hear what Dr. Tulzer is about to share with us. I got a chance to talk with him today, and it was just one of the best conversations. It was so exciting that I had to tape this and share a little bit of the conversation that we had this morning. So Dr. Tulzer, welcome.
Welcome.
Yes, for those of you that don't know Dr. Tulzer, he's been with the Juice Plus company a long time, very successful leader in our company. But his background is in medicine. He is a world-renowned doctor. If I recall, the first one to do surgery in an infant, open heart surgery in an infant. So amazing. A professor, as said, world-renowned doctor. And we were talking about a conversation I had a couple months ago with John Blair. You know, John Blair's the head of the product department. He had mentioned something that I wasn't familiar with, a database called Medline. So, Dr. Tulzer, can you tell me a little bit about Medline?
Well, Medline is a well-known international database where all medical and scientific journals are listed. Well, not all the medical journals, only the most important ones. To get into Medline, a journal has to qualify over its scientific content. So there are only scientifically renowned medical journals listed in Medline, from very small ones to the really important ones.
Excellent. And in this database, I assume all research goes, literally all over the world and about all products.
Absolutely right. All research goes into Medline, and once there is an unsolved question that you have by treating a patient or getting information about the newest research, doctors go to Medline, they enter some few keywords, and the most important publications show up. That's where all the medical knowledge is pooled and available to all doctors all over the world.
So not only is it a credible source, but obviously they developed in Medline this thing that John mentioned called the impact value. Yes, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, the impact factor basically measures the scientific content of a journal. An impact factor means that a journal consists of usually 15, 20, 30 publications in one journal. And it's a very good reputation for each journal if one of these articles is cited by another scientific journal, because that's where medical knowledge is coming from. And an impact factor of 1 means that each article that's in one journal is at least cited once in another different journal. And that's actually a very good number. To have an impact factor of 1 is a very high number, because it means that every single article that's published within the journal over many years is cited at least once in a different journal. So that's a very high and very good reputation.
So if you were to put a product, or you were to put research in there and test the value of your product on this impact factor, what would be considered like an amazing score for a product to have?
Of course, everybody tries to get an article published in a very high ranked scientific journal, which means a journal with a very high impact factor. But that's very difficult, of course, because the first 10% of an impact list is almost, it's a very difficult job, because these high ranked journals, they accept only between 1 and maximum 10% of all submitted journals. So more than 90% are turned down because the scientific content is just not good enough to be published in one of these journals. So when I do research, I see how good is my research, and then I will choose the paper where I will submit it. If the research is basic and not very well, I will go to a low-ranked journal. If the scientific content is really good, I will go and try to get into a very high-ranked journal. So each journal with an impact factor of more than 1 is a very good one.
So if you were to have a science done on your product and you could get a score of 10, would that be a great score?
Absolutely. A score of 10 is fabulous. It means at least my publication will be cited at least 10 times in other scientific journals, which is an enormous reputation for this article and for the product, of course.
And one of the things you shared with me today is, you know, we've got 32 published studies, and that's really a statement, but even a bigger statement is the impact value that Juice Plus has had. So, you know, I remember John telling me that if a company could have their product get an impact value of like 10 or 15, it would be amazing. Can you tell me what the impact factor is for Juice Plus?
Well, there are 32 studies now published with Juice Plus, and the impact factor that has been calculated recently, and I was surprised myself, it's more than 100. Which means, if you take it for 30 divided by 33 studies, it means an average impact factor of more than 3 per publication. This is a very high standard and absolutely uncommon for a nutritional supplement like Juice Plus, and it's absolutely unique. So an impact factor of more than 100 is incredibly high, and it really measures the scientific content of all these studies.
So it's fair to say that in all the research you've done, you've never found a nutritional product that has a higher impact value in the Medline database than Juice Plus.
Absolutely, I can definitely underline this, and I just to give you an example, this the cardiovascular study about the endothelial function was published in JACC, the Journal of American College of Cardiology. You can look it up in Medline. You can look at the impact factor list. I think it's now 23 or 24 impact points, which is incredibly high. I think it's number 2 now in the world of all cardiology journals. So to place an article in JACC means this is a year-long research being controlled and controlled over and over again before it's accepted in a journal like the American Journal of Cardiology.
Excellent. So everybody, the reason I wanted to share this was because I followed the research and been around the Juice Plus company the whole time, and it's amazing the level of research we have. It's amazing how many studies we have and the amount of publications. But what just floored me today when I talked to Dr. Tulzer and began to understand this Medline is that we have a level of science that no nutritional product in the world has, and this is being defined by the standard database that grades all this stuff, and products and research all over the world. So super excited to be part of the Juice Plus movement, and now you know that not only do we have science, but we have the best science and the best highly rated product in the world. Thank you, and thank you, Dr. Tulzer.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.